So this is the kitchen that is going to be painted. These are the cabinets. The uppers are going to be painted white. The lowers are going to be painted a green color, and the freestanding ones over here are going to be painted a green color as well. Because the countertop is still in and that they are also going to be replaced, I'm not going to cover them up. Usually you'll want to cover up everything so you don't get any overspray. However, since we are replacing a lot of the items here, there's no need for me to have that additional step of covering things up. But it's going to be a simple process, a lot quicker than using a paint with a brush and a roller. I'm going to show you exactly step by step and all the equipment that you'll need. So I'm using the Wagner 3000. It comes with 2 spray knobs canisters. These are for larger jobs like walls or anything. This one here is for trim and cabinetry, so we'll be using this one. You need an extension cord because the cord on the Wagner is not long enough, even if you're staying in a stationary place. So make sure you have your extension cords. I'm using paint by Clark and Kensington. This is actually made, this is a Ace brand, however, it's made by Benjamin Moore. So basically it's like a Benjamin Moore. If you do not have a Clark and Kensington nearby, I have used the Benjamin Moore Advance. You want to use maybe a satin. It'll help with the wear and tear on cabinetries with chips and scuffs and everything. It'll be a lot easier to clean. So whatever brand you do go with a satin if that's your thing. If you want to go with maybe an eggshell, might not, or maybe a high gloss, but just know that flat, it's not going to bounce around any light, and it's also more prone to getting, damaged and scuffed up. You're also going to need some plastic sheeting. This is for the lay down where you will be spray painting. Obviously, you need some painter's tape, some gloves to protect your hands, some Ziplocs to place the hardware and to identify exactly where they need to go. I use these painter's tripods. I place the cabinets on top of them. I paint them, flip them over, paint them, and leave them there to dry. You're going to need some type of sander. You can use 120 all the way up to maybe a 180. I'm using the Ryobi, and then I'm also going to use the hand one just for more intricate detail areas like the corners and things. So this is a 120. The circular pads are 180, so you can go anywhere between those 2 amounts. Obviously, you just need some items to clean up. You want to protect your lungs, so make sure you get some type of respirator. You want to protect your eyes, so get some type of eye protector. And also, you're gonna have to use something to take off the hardware. So obviously you need a screwdriver, or I'm going to use this one just to make it a little bit more quicker. So these are basically everything you need in order to paint and spray paint your cabinets. I don't know why I'm out of breath right now. I'm getting too tired. So the first thing you want to do is set up a painting area. You can do this outside. However, if you have trees or there's dust and pollen around, you probably don't, because you just don't want that to set on your cabinets while you're painting, and then you have to correct them, by scrubbing it out. So if you're doing it inside, make sure it's ventilated. I have to open up this window here, but you just want to use one of the plastic sheeting, cut it up, make it into the size, give you enough room, use some painter's tape to paint up the size. You just don't want to mess up your paint on the walls, and then use the remaining sheeting to just lay out an area that is, just big enough, wide enough for all your cabinets to set while they are drying. This will be the drying area, this will be the painting area. So this should take you no longer than maybe 10 minutes to set this up, and just, use a painter's tape, and I think that's basically it. Okay, so the next step is taking off the cabinet's faces. So it's not my most fun part of the job, but it has to be done. So basically you just take your screwdriver, take them off, and then you're going to use the Ziploc bags to place the hardware inside just so you don't lose them. And I tend to place them inside the cabinets while I'm spray painting, just so I know exactly where they go back. So let's get to that. Okay, so now that we have all the cabinet faces off, we remove the boards because now it is time to clean. So the first thing you want to do is degrease. Clean and degrease. So you can clean it with a ordinary sprayer and wipe it down. However, because you have a stove here and you cook in, grease is going to get on the cabinetry. So you're going to use a degreaser. You can use a regular degreaser where you can just spray and then wipe. There's another degreaser where you can spray, but then you have to wipe it down with water as well. So I'm just going to use a one-step one. And it's the one that I showed you in the previous clip of everything that you need to do your kitchen over. But so now this is actually the worst part that I hate. It is the cleaning. So I'm about to get started on that. And if you never degreased anything before, basically all you're doing is spraying and letting it sit for about a minute, then you scrub it off. That's basic degreasing. Once you're done, you just want to just wipe off the sand and the dust that collected so you don't take that. So the next step is the work on the cabinet faces, and they're basically the exact same steps that we did for the actual cabinets. We are going to wipe and degrease them, and then we're going to sand them. Now, I usually do this in a separate area away from where I'm going to paint and where I'm going to set the finished cabinets, just because the grease is wet. This is plastic, so it usually just stays there. I don't want it to mess up the finish on the paint. So usually I just set up a separate area just to spray and sand, and that will take about, I don't know how long. I have a lot of cabinet faces and some boards here. So I'm going to just focus on this board for the entire duration of the painting, just because basically the exact same steps for all of them. So this is actually the worst one out of all the cabinet faces, so I think that would be a good one to use. So let's get started on this one. So now that we have all the cabinets clean, we can finally get started to painting. And this is the white, so let me grab that. Since we are using HPLV spray gun, the Wagner, I'm going to have to thin the paint. So because it's a HPLV, usually you want to thin it out maybe about 20 to 30%. So I'm going to start out with 20%. I'm going to see how it sprays, and if I need to change it, like increase the amount of water that I'm thinning the paint with, then I'll let you know. If not, then we're going to keep it at the 20%. But it's pretty straightforward. Even though it has markings on here, it's kind of difficult once you already, painted a couple of times and there's some residual paint on the outside and the inside. Usually I just get, a quart or 2 quart, just a little thing, just to pour the water in, pour the paint in, mix it, and then I pour it into the sprayer. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to thin it out for about 20%. So 20% water, 80% paint. So upper cabinets are painted. This is the first coat. Again, I really don't care about the back getting some paint on there. It's not my personal home. It is a rental. I think, once the doors are closed, you really don't care what's the inside going to look like. Plus you have a lot of stuff inside. But if you are, concerned about the interior of the paint, you could just paint it. And I could actually just do that. So maybe I will, actually. All right, so we are done with the first coat. It looks really nice. Obviously there's some spots that are not 100% covered, but that's why we do 2 coats of paint. And once the second coat goes on, this will probably be, a better looking kitchen, I tell you that. And you might be concerned, there's some overspray on the walls. I'm repainting these walls, so I really did not care about the overspray. So let's now move on to the cabinets. Now on to the fun part. So you want to set up your tripods in your painting area. You just want to make sure you have enough room on each side. I already painted one, and it is drying over here. This is the first coat, so we'll be doing 2 coats. And you just want to have your tripods already set up. So in the interim, I'm going to set up 4 more tripods. So once I'm done with this board, I can just lay it down. And what I usually do, I start on the back first, and then I work on the front, because you have to flip it over, obviously, to paint. So if I do the back first, then the front second, I just lay it back side down on the tripods, and then you don't have to worry about any of the tops of the tripods, you know, messing up your finish on the front. I mean, the back is, you know, might be a spot or something, but really, no one really notices the back of a cabinet. So let's get into it. This is the first coat. I mean, the first coat looks pretty nice, but once this second coat hits, mwah! So I'm going to do that for the rest of the boards here. And then eventually I'm going to move on to these, which are going to be painted green. So see you on the flip side. So the first coat is done. I mean, it looks really, really good just for just the top coat. So I'm going to, you know, as you can see, there's you know, not 100% coverage. But for first coat, it looked pretty good. So we're about to do the second coat on our main one here, and then let that dry for 24 hours, and then we will install them back onto the cabinetry. I'm using some pre-mix that was already mixed yesterday, so it's already diluted with 10% water and paint, just to thin it out some. And just an aside, if you're waiting 24 hours, make sure you clean this. I use a combination of paint thinner and just some warm water. Unscrew this, and just flush it out. Run it a little bit with some of that paint thinner inside. Flush it out, just because you don't want to caulk up the machine and then you have to delay your job for the next day because you have to finish cleaning it. So do that the night before. Next morning, it'll be all good to be ran. All right, so I've been painting, so that's why I still have some paint in my head. Anyway, so the cabinets are dry, so we are going to hang them back up. And again, make sure you have your baggies. I have them in each cubby where the cabinets are supposed to be. And it's basically just screwing them back in. Doesn't take any magic or explanation. So let's see how they come out. And they look pretty good. So we have the green ones over here. The lowers are not in yet, so they will be green as well. You know, matter of fact, let me show you what the completed kitchen looks like. All right, everyone, so that's the video of how to spray paint some kitchen cabinets. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. I really do appreciate it. And if you don't want to miss out on any other content of me painting a door or a fence or renovating some other units in my portfolio, hit the subscribe button as well. But till next time, peace.